Zelda Game & Watch was originally released on August 26, 1989, 2 years after the release of Zelda 2. It's not generally considered canon by just about anyone, and Nintendo avoids talking about it whenever they can. The last time this game saw a release was on the Game Boy Advance with Game & Watch Gallery 4. Despite that, more recently I've decided to broach the idea of discussing the Nintendo-produced Zelda games currently deemed non-canon. This would namely include Game & Watch Zelda, Ancient Stone Tablets, and Link's Crossbow Training. While not often considered canon, they also don't blatantly break any of the established canon that I'm aware of at this time. As such, I want to try discussing them and seeing how people feel about putting them in the Zelda timeline. For now, I will give them timeline placements, but I won't be referencing them in my videos on the other main series games. Despite that, I don't plan on covering the Tingle Trilogy. They seem to leave everything about Zelda lore off to the wayside, even if I included them in some of my earliest timeline theories. Sexy Wizard of Oz does not belong in the Zelda series. Anyways, the first of these games to be released was Zelda Game & Watch. The game was re-released on the Game & Watch Gallery 4, which is where I'm getting the footage, but both versions of the game are virtually the same. Also, it's pretty much impossible to find Japanese documentation about the original game, because every search I put up only gives me information for the 35th anniversary Game & Watch. I reached out to a friend who's an expert in classic era Zelda, and he confirmed that the documentation pretty much just doesn't exist. Because of that, I'm relying on the Wikipedia page for the tiny scraps of Japanese documentation that I do have. If anyone for some reason has a Japanese manual for this game, please upload it somewhere and let me know. And for everyone else, just a warning that the information I have may not be 100% complete. The game features Link and Zelda from the original NES game, this time facing off not against Ganon or his minions, but against a group of 8 dragons. These dragons are at war with Hyrule, for some unknown reason refusing to live at peace with the people who make up the nation. As an act of war, they kidnap Zelda and steal a piece of the Triforce, which they split up amongst themselves into 8 pieces, similar to the events of the original game. It's unclear which piece of the Triforce they stole, but given that Zelda was kidnapped, I find it likely that it was the Triforce of Wisdom. But I also like the idea of it being the Triforce of Power, as that's the only one of the 3 that has not been split up into 8 pieces in any other game. And so, Link must begin a quest to travel through the 8 labyrinths and slay the dragons, retrieving the Triforce and saving the princess. Notably, the manual refers to Zelda as Link's lover, implying that she is the Zelda that Link ended up choosing, which I believe contradicted the ending to my Zelda 2 video, but let's not go there right now. And I mean, it's a Game & Watch game. There's no plot twist, or even really story progression whatsoever. Just Link stabbing 8 lizards and saving the princess. The end. If we were to place this game in the timeline, it would end up between the 2 NES games. The art for Link in this game carries similarities to both the art in Zelda 1 and Zelda 2, implying that he's in between those 2 games at this time. What do you guys think about me covering this game? Do you want to see more like it in the future, covering various nearly canon games like this one? Let me know in the comments. I would really like to know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.